What is up, backpackers? Thor coming back at you with another video with things that I wish I knew before I started backpacking. Stick around. Number one, the order to buy my gear. Now, you and I are very similar in the sense that we come to YouTube to get help, to get reviews, to get opinions from other people that know more than we do, or less, whatever. We are a community trying to help each other. But sometimes we fall down the rabbit hole of YouTube in the sense that we don't know what gear to buy. We find the coolest backpack, we find the coolest pad, the coolest shelter, the coolest sleeping bag, and then we buy it all. And then we get it there and it's not what we thought it was. And I just want to give this tip because there is a specific order that you need to buy your gear in order for your system to come together nicely. Okay, number one thing you need to buy your shelter first. This is going to be one of the biggest items in your pack. Some people like 2 or 3 person tents to have a palace when they're in the backcountry. Other people go with the one person, a double wall, a single wall. Some people do a hammock setup. Each one of these shelters is going to take up different room in your pack. So buy your shelter first. The second thing you should buy is a sleeping bag. Again, it's one of the big 3. It's going to take up a lot of room. And if you buy synthetic or down, based on your budget, that's going to determine how much real estate you're going to have to give up in your backpack. So what I say, shelter, then your sleeping bag. Next is going to be a sleeping pad. This is part of your sleep system, and this is going to be vital to your sleep overall, the quality of your sleep that you're going to have in the backcountry. Now, there are closed cell foam pads. There are self-inflating. There are air pads. Which one's right for you? Determine that, and then determine which pad you want from there. After you get your shelter, your sleeping bag, and your sleeping pad, then you can go to the next step and buy your backpack. It is so important to know which order to buy your gear in. Please take into account the things that I've said and try to learn like I did, and don't buy your backpack first. Follow that list and you'll have much more success, and you'll be way happier with your gear choices because you're going to follow it systematically in order to not spend so much money and then realize it's not what you want. So buy it in that order and go from there. Number 2, determine what kind of backpacker you are. Now, myself, I started out as a wannabe ultralight fanboy. I went with all of the lightest gear, everything Dyneema, and wasted my time and wasted my money because every decision I made based on my fanboyness wasn't right for me. There are 3 types of hikers, generally. A thru hiker, they're on the trail 3, 4, 5, 6 months out of the year. They've got their gear dialed down. They basically live their lives on trail and need specific gear for that reason. If that's you, you've got a certain route to go. Nope. Pun intended. Number 2 is a section hiker. Maybe they don't have 3, 4, 5, 6 months out of the year to sacrifice to go on a thru hike. So they're going to do it one small section at a time. This can be anywhere from like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anywhere in there, and you'll be needing gear for that specific set of time. Third type of backpacker is one that the majority of all of us that are out in the backcountry make up this category. We are the weekend warriors. We are the people that have regular jobs. We have kids. We have wives. We're going to school. We have bills. We have things that we can't give up to go out on trail for 6 months at a time. Me personally, I'm a weekend warrior. I'm not going to be able to get out on those trips like some of those people, like Darwin and Bigfoot and Chris Goes Outdoors. Like, all those guys are my idols and I love watching their videos, but I'm never going to be in a position to be able to do that, just with the responsibilities and the priorities more that I have at home. All right, those are the 3 types of hikers. We have thru hikers, we have section hikers, we have weekend warriors. Determine which type of backpacker you are, and that will lead you down the right path. Number 3, finding out the gear that worked out for me. Now, just like you, I try to figure out which gear is best for me, and I go to YouTube and I look and I look and I look and I find what gear works for other people, and then I try it, and sometimes that gear hasn't worked out for me. Case in point, I started out with the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. 20-inch pad, great pad, high ratings. It's a solid pad, but for me, it was too narrow. I'm larger in the shoulders. I'm 6'1", about 230, and it just didn't work out for me. So what I ended up going with is the Nemo Tensor regular wide insulated pad. This pad weighs about 6 to 7 ounces more than the Thermarest Neo RX Lite, but it's wider, it's quieter, and I get a better night's sleep. Something else that I had to experience for myself was single man shelters. I tried the Z-Pax Altiplex, the Z-Pax Hexamid. I tried the Lanshan 1. I tried Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo. The Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo is actually one of my favorite tents, so don't get me wrong on that one. But for the majority of the tests that I tented that were one man, I didn't like it. I like to be able to spread out. I like to have more room. I don't like the walls in close. So I had to experience that I don't like one-man tents to know that I want at least a two-man tent when I'm going out on solo backpacking trips. By determining which type of gear works for you, you're going to have a gear system that's set up for you personally. And this is going to facilitate the best type of success that you can have in the backcountry.
This one might bite me in the butt, but when I started backpacking, I wish that I would have told myself, or I would have known, that I need to get off YouTube and I need to get my own experiences and have my own time learning in the backcountry.
All right, guys, that's all for the video today. If you found any value in this video, please smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. With reasons, with things, boom!